I said, huh? What? Really? They are collecting data on Christians? What is going on? Yeah, I found out about this on Matt Kim's YouTube channel, which I had not heard about Matt Kim until today. I was just scrolling through YouTube looking at different videos, and I saw, data collection on Christians. I'm like, what? And his video has the thumbnail had a Jewish star, and he's equating this like a digital stamp that's being put on Christians to track them, equating that to the Jewish Star of David that the Nazis made Jews wear during World War II. So I was thinking, what are they talking about? And apparently it's about this this app called Hallow, which is a prayer app, an app that you can, I guess you can listen to sermons, you can have prayer sessions and things like that within an app, which was sponsored by or created by Mark Wahlberg. I don't know how much Mark Wahlberg has to do with the app, if it was his idea or if he just provided the money, if he's just kind of like an investor in it. But he's associated with it. I think I've seen ads with Mark Wahlberg and this other guy in this prayer app, and I've seen that before I watched this Matt Kim video. And my knee-jerk reaction to this prayer app, to Hallow, was just cringe. What a cringe idea. That was instantly just a cringe idea, and I just kind of have thought about it. Every time I see the ad, I'm kind of like, is this a good idea? I don't know. I would never use it. It might help people. I don't know. It might do some good. But according to, from the conspiracy theory angle that Matt Kim and his co-host are presenting forward, putting forth, this is a way that the Catholic Church is collecting data on Christians, based on the things that they're praying for. It's kind of a creepy thing to think about. And they got into, they went down the rabbit hole a little bit about the Jesuit connections and the Black Pope, right? This kind of hidden, occulted Pope that is actually in charge of everything. The white Pope, we're not talking about race here. We're talking about black and white, black as in, dark, evil, and then white as in, he's the saintly, holy Roman emperor, right? Holy Roman Empire. And the white Pope serves the black Pope, and, I don't know how much truth there is to those things. I've heard about it before from other conspiracy theory podcasts, but I haven't really looked into it myself too much. I tend to believe whatever they tell me, if they've done their research, if they can show you the receipts, if they've brought the receipts, right? So data collection on Christians, what's going to happen? What's going to become of this? I guess that we'll stay tuned and keep a lookout for news about Hallow, and maybe find some people that have used it before and see what they say about it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look into that right now, and then I'm going to come back and talk about it. So I did a little bit more research on Hallow, which is what I call it. I think it's pronounced Hallow, like hallowed be thy name, Hallow. But in my opinion, if you use this app, it's going to make you hollow. And let me tell you why. I did research, typed it into YouTube, and there's a guy doing a review on it. Let me think if I can remember his channel. It's Holistic Healing or something like that. And I think that he used the app. He was reviewing it, and he said that it costs $14 a month. It's a subscription-based app, and it kind of reminded me when I first heard of it, because I had seen this app before, and I seen a commercial for it with Mark Wahlberg and some other guy. And I think the other guy is the guy that plays Jesus in a TV show that's produced by Angel Studios, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's the same guy. You guys will have to look that up for me and put it in the comments if you can. I'd appreciate that. So there's this whole movement in the Catholic Church that is a conservative, politically conservative inspired movement. And you know, that's where that movie Sound of Freedom with Jim Caviezel came from Angel Studios, and then the new Jesus TV show came from there. And then this Hallow app kind of feels like it came from that world as well, from that side of the Catholic world, which I've heard is at war with the Pope, like with the Vatican side of the Catholic world, you know, which many have described as the liberal side of the Catholic world. I don't know what's what anymore, but I have seen the stories, and I have seen this rise in pop culture Catholics that are conservative. Candace Owens recently converted. Russell Brand, J.D. Vance is from that world, Catholic, and J.D. Vance also invests in this Hallow app. So I think the way that it works is you pay the $14. I think you get a free trial, and then you pay $14 a month, and then you get you can listen. I think you can listen to music, like, you know, gospel, or not gospel, maybe like chanting, I don't know, praise and worship music, something like that. And then probably like guided prayer, kind of like a guided meditation app, kind of like something Sam Harris would have, right? Guided prayers. I don't know if do they have a digital confession box? I don't know for sure. I can't say. But if they are collecting data, that is a very creepy thing, and I don't know how much they're collecting because I haven't used the app. But I can tell you this is where my insight will come in about praying and about God and spirituality and things like that. Don't worry yourself too much about this. If you're like all the way against this Hallow, right? If it really creeps you out, the thought of it, and your mind will create a pattern of like, okay, where is this going to go? What will this lead to? This will lead to people thinking that they're talking to God, but they're only talking to Liam Neeson or Jim Caviezel or something, right? They're only talking to some weirdo on an app. Don't worry about that, because the way that humans are designed, they're going to use the app and then they're going to just stop using it. And they're going to go back to whatever they were doing, right? And it's the same with everything. You're not going to use the meditation app you're not going to use it every day. You're going to get bored of it. You're going to cancel your subscription, and you're going to go back to meditating regularly or not meditating at all. And if you use this app, you're going to use it to pray, and then you're going to get bored, and you're going to ask yourself, why am I paying $14 a month to get access to God? And then you're going to stop using it. And I'm predicting that based on human nature. People are going to get burnt on it. They're going to see it for what it is. You know, it's just another thing to make money, another business to make money. And one YouTuber that I was watching, I can't remember her name, she was saying, she gave a quote from the Bible, and it kind of fits with this. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven, right? And she was pointing out the people behind this app and their net worth. You know, they're all millionaires. I think one of the investors is even a billionaire, and that's great and everything. I'm happy that they are successful, but it's kind of weird when they're successful based on something as strange. Let this cop go by real quick. Police everywhere. We live in a police state now. I've noticed just police everywhere. But that's another video for another time. Yeah, but here comes another one. It's a sheriff. I never see the sheriffs with their lights on, speeding to me. It's kind of different to see that. Yeah, I wouldn't worry myself too much about this. If you're worried, if you're somebody who would never use it and you're like, oh man, people are going to use this and they're going to lose their connection with God. You never lose your connection with God. It's a little secret I'm going to tell you. You can't lose your connection with God. It's impossible. And also, science tells us, and the holy books tell us this in a different way, but science says energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So think about that. What do you think that's talking about? In my opinion, it's talking about God. That's what you are. That's your source. You are connected to that source. God is living through you in human form. And, I don't know why we can't walk on water and we can't do miraculous things. I don't know why. Maybe we're just disconnected. And in my opinion, Hallow, the app, is not the answer, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. And if you're afraid of the data collection thing, just don't use it. That would be my advice. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing well, and I thank you for hanging out with me in time and space. Until next time, goodbye.